Oh, I'm sorry. Were you saying something to me? Now, has this ever happened to you? You might agree with me that in our technology-laden world, it's getting more difficult all the time to get people to hear us and hear others. Let's tackle the subject of what is hearing. Is it the same as listening? And how can we do a better job of hearing? Studying effective listening should affect your relationships. And the place to begin is with the problem of hearing. The Courrier method of listening, a group of 6 steps proposed by Junie Brownell to be able to listen better, focuses on learning new behaviors. A good place to start is by asking what hearing is. If you stop and think about it, hearing is merely what happens physiologically. If hearing is an area that you would identify as troublesome, you should first take a hearing test to make sure that you can hear. But if this is not a problem, then we have to be honest and say that our behavior is the problem. Listening is the active focus of purposely hearing the sound information around us. There are lots of things that can prevent the physical act of hearing or distract us. External influences as well as internal influences. For example, it's sort of hard to hear someone if we're self-absorbed. Question: are you not hearing others because of a specific behavior? Take a moment and identify that behavior and strategize how you could possibly change. Developing great listening behavior begins with self-reflection and continues with the following 3 specific steps to listening success and hearing better. First, focus on the behavior of paying attention. We live in an incredibly busy world with stimulus coming at us constantly. We can only absorb and pay attention to so much. Selective attention becomes the key to hearing and listening. We need to select the information at any given moment that we will turn our attention to and hear. This doesn't mean that you listen to anyone who wants your attention. There will be times when you are at work and trying to get something done and someone's trying to talk with you. You may have to politely stay focused on your task and let them know you can visit later. Select what you listen to. Sometimes the information will be something that you do have to listen to even though you're not interested. If this is the case, you might use the shadowing listening technique. The shadowing listening technique involves mentally repeating the verbal messages in your head to help you pay attention to the message. Second, focus on the behavior of learning to focus your attention. Now, I know that you can listen a lot faster to this video than I can talk. Many studies have shown this. And so you might be tempted to drift off. Have you ever drifted off in the middle of listening to someone? Think of this as a behavior that can be modified. A strategy that you might use is the D formula. The D formula focuses on not doing other things while listening. Try to focus your attention by keeping your mind active and on target. Learning to focus your attention might be something that you are trying to do, but there also might be extenuating circumstances. I spoke to a student from Finland who had excellent English, but confided that she sometimes got off track in her focus, and her attention was diverted because someone used an unfamiliar word, and she was trying to mentally translate that, and in the process got lost. The challenge of trying to understand new words and concepts can actually be good for all of us if we're going to develop a strong ability to focus our hearing. Another strategy for learning to hear and listen more effectively is to listen to challenging information, things that we may not understand right off. Think of it as a mental workout. How do you get stronger without focus and exercise? Third, focus on the behavior of preparing yourself to listen. Hearing does just happen, but listening does not just happen. Listening occurs because of focus. This means that you have prepared yourself to listen. Prepare to be interested in others. When it's time to hear and listen to someone, plan to put down your cell phone. Have a quiet setting and plan to have time to hear what the other person has to say. Focus on the 3 behaviors of paying attention, focusing your attention, and preparing yourself to listen. As we think about what we have said, you might call these 3 steps active hearing or active listening. But whatever you call it, these 3 steps represent behaviors that you can implement in your life and your relationship right now. Plan to do that this week. See you in the next video.